Most of the time, our experience in life shape how we move forward. They shape what we do, they shape how we think, and eventually they shape what we say to others. Every experience leave a mark. Sometimes, if we're not careful, those experiences can slowly push us away from reality and from the possibility that actually in front of us. So let me give you a quick example from something that happened to me this week. So over the last couple of days, there were a lot of freezing rain, black ice for the Montreal region. Everyone was talking about it, and everyone was talking about how dangerous it could be. People were telling others not to drive, some schools were closed, a lot of things were canceled. Everyone basically was on high alert. And I was also, honestly. And I found even myself telling friends, telling people, maybe you shouldn't go outside. Maybe you shouldn't take the car to go to work. Maybe it's gonna be safer to stay inside. And that mindset also started affecting my own decision. Wednesday morning, I woke up. I usually wake up at 6:30. Normally, I go straight to the gym, but this time I almost didn't go. And for a moment, I thought it's probably really bad outside. Maybe I should stay home and work out inside. And for a few seconds, the idea felt completely reasonable, but I caught myself. I said to myself, why don't I just go outside and then see for myself? Is that really bad? If it's that bad, I can always come back and then put off my shoes, and then, so to my surprise, when I step outside, everything looks completely fine. The roads weren't that bad, the sidewalks were fine, there wasn't much ice at all. And in that moment, I realized something interesting. Sometimes we become so cautious that we stop acting on reality. We start acting based on what we heard, what we imagine, what we fear might happen. And don't get me wrong, being cautious is super important. And I think in life, we should be very alert, we should be prepared, we should take risks seriously. But at the same time, we also have to react based on facts. Sometimes being too cautious can quietly make us put a pause on our life. For example, we stop going somewhere, we stop trying something, we stop doing what we normally do, not because there is a danger, but because of the idea of the danger took over. And this doesn't always happen only with weather. It can also happen in so many areas into life. Someone says something to you, you heard a story, and then suddenly we start imagining the worst possible case scenario, and suddenly we are being extremely cautious to something that not even be real. So I think the goal in life is finding the right level of caution, not zero caution, but not extreme caution either. We need to stay aware, we need to, while staying connected to reality, we need to look at both sides. Yes, something could go wrong, but it's also possible that everything is completely fine. And sometimes the only way to know is simply to just go outside and see for yourself. And most people will completely forget about this experience. They will move on without thinking about it. But I paid attention to those small moments, because sometimes these small moments slightly adjust how we see the world. And those small adjustments can change how we live life. And so next time when you find yourself hesitating, asking yourself one question: am I reacting to reality, or am I reacting to the idea of what could happen? Because sometimes the only thing stopping us is just because we are being too cautious. Again, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe and follow. See you in the next one.